Hello Wargamers, happy 2017. Today I want to share with you something that I've been looking forward to doing for a while, but haven't got the parts in until recently. And so basically it's a new stand for my Barracuda, and I'm pretty excited about it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and of course if you want to see more videos like this, like, subscribe, let me know in the comments, stuff like that. Okay, so here's the normal Barracuda flight stand, right? Just the black base, clear stand. You know, this model is pretty darn good looking to begin with, so you know, not having a great stand is acceptable because, you know what, the model speaks for itself. But what if we had something better? What if we had something that could show off the extremely detailed underside of this model, right? I mean, there's a lot going on down here, especially if you have missiles and landing gear out. You really want to be able to showcase all this detail. And on this flat flight stand, there's not a way to do that. And so what I did was this. Now, it's not perfect, it's nothing super fancy, but I really like it. So, as you can see, the Barracuda is coming up at an angle and slightly tilted, so you know, if you're standing above the table, you're still not going to see a whole lot of the underside, but in a display situation or you know, anything else, you're able to see a lot more of the model, and I really like that. So what is it? Well, let's take this off here so I can show you. Put it back on that normal flight stand. Alright, so this is a relay from Horizon Creation 3D printing. So they have a bunch of stuff on eBay and on their website. And he does really nice work. I think I've shown you some sensor towers that I have from him from a couple years ago at this point. And this is something that I picked up from him just a couple days ago, and I couldn't wait to actually make the flight stand for this Barracuda, so that's what I did. So it's the power relay, and then I went and at first I was going to try to take the flight stand and insert it into the relay here, but because it's 3D printed, it actually has a bit of a grain to it, and you can see right here there's a bit of a crack. And that's because I went and tried to cut out a hole in it, and it's thick enough where that's A, not very easy, and B, it started to splinter the actual model here. So I decided to give up on that and instead went with the less desirable option of gluing the flight stand directly onto the model here. So I'm going to have to spray paint this. This is going to get primed, so it's not going to be clear, unfortunately, which is what I really wanted. But I'll paint it black, and hopefully, you know, the finished product will still be good. But you can see it's offset from center here because the new center of gravity is going to be shifted. So if I place that right in the middle, the model will be more prone to tipping over. So I try to deal with that a little bit, and then also I guess I should mention this. This plastic is not made for cutting, so it did crack, and I had to repair it a little bit there, as well as add extra green stuff on the bottom to actually get it to conform to the cut that I actually wanted in the first place. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, so there's that. I probably won't actually play with this. I think it's mostly for display purposes, or a little bit of gameplay, but probably not a ton, just because it is a little bit taller, a little bit more top heavy. You know, you can see I can tip it, you know, this way and that way, and it's still pretty solid. So I'm not really worried about it tipping over, but it is a little bit more cumbersome, and then you run into weird issues with line of sight and stuff with the way that this base is. But yeah, I do think it gives you a little bit more view of the underside of the plane, and I think that's worth doing. So I will put a link to this in the description below, so if you want to pick one up, you can do that as well. And of course, let me know what you think in the comments below. Oh yeah, and happy wargaming, everybody.